My brother's girlfriend faked her pregnancy and almost had us all fooled. My brother, let's call him Matt, started dating this girl, let's call her Kate, and very quickly we realized that Kate was intense. 2 weeks in, she was telling Matt that she knew they were soulmates. Within a month, she was talking about their wedding. It was just all happening really fast, and by month 3, Matt realized he needed to get out. And I'm assuming that Kate had some sense that the breakup was coming because when Matt went over to her house to break up with her, she already had a positive pregnancy test ready to go. And she was like, guess what? We're going to be parents. And my brother is the kind of guy that's always going to step up and do what he needs to do. So he immediately started making arrangements to move Kate into his house. And after that, everything starts moving super fast. Kate is posting all over social media how she's so excited to be a mom, and they're designing nurseries, picking out names. I mean, they were getting ready for this baby. The first big red flag is when we asked Kate when she's gonna go to her first ultrasound, and she said that she's not because she's really scared of doctors. So she'll just schedule it later. Does she? No. Weeks go by, nothing. And also, she is not really gaining that much weight. I mean, she's eating a ton, but there is no bump forming. And normally I would just keep my mouth shut, but I was realizing something weird was going on. So I went to Matt and was like, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I do remember when y'all first started dating, I was talking to her and she was talking about how she had a doctor's appointment the next day. So this whole thing about not wanting to go to doctors, it's just like not really adding up to me. Matt actually agrees. He said, you know what? Kate's actually been guzzling down iced coffee like it's water since this pregnancy has started. And even though I told her it's not good for the baby, she'll always say that she'll stop, but I always catch her doing it. So finally, Matt sits Kate down and says, listen, we need to go to an OB appointment for this baby. But he phrases it in a way that they need to go for the health and safety of the baby, not because he's suspicious of Kate. And surprisingly, Kate finally agrees to go. And when Matt got into the waiting room, he texted me and he was like, actually, I do think the pregnancy is real. I actually feel relieved. We're here. We're about to see the doctor. She wouldn't be faking. She wouldn't have actually come here if she was faking this whole pregnancy. And I agreed. I was like, you know what? Maybe we were wrong about this whole thing. But that's when everything started to unravel. They go up to the receptionist and they ask for Kate's name and date of birth. She gives it to them and they're checking their records and they say, sorry, you don't have an appointment today. She was like, no, like that can't be. I have to have an appointment. They were like, is this your first prenatal visit? She said, yep. They look again. They said, I'm sorry, you're not in our system. So then Kate goes on her phone. She's looking at her email. She looks at my brother and says, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. I accidentally took us to the wrong office. It has a really similar name. My bad. We definitely missed that other appointment, but we'll just have to make a new one in a few weeks. Not a big deal. And tries to pull my brother out of the office. What Kate was not expecting was that the receptionist said, you know what? We actually just had a last minute cancellation and we can fit you in about 15 minutes. You can just fill out this paperwork and we'll get you right back. My brother's like, perfect, great. Kate's like, you know, I really wanted to go to this specific doctor. My brother tells her, listen, we need to see a doctor. So that's what we're going to do. She agrees and says, you know what? I'm actually just gonna go to the bathroom really quick. So she goes to the bathroom, 10 minutes go by, 15 minutes go by. They come out of the room and they call Kate to go back and she's nowhere to be found. So my brother goes to check on her in the bathroom. She's not there. He goes to the parking lot. Their car is gone. He tries to call her. He's blocked. He has all of his family members try and call Kate and she has every single one of us blocked as well. So there was no way to reach her. The next morning, my brother wakes up to a long text paragraph from Kate telling him that she actually lost the baby the day of their appointment and just was so upset and didn't know how to tell him. So Matt asks her, he goes, did you go to the doctor then after you lost the baby? And she said, yeah, I did. I didn't want to worry you, so I just handled it all myself. Like, I didn't want to put that on you. And so Matt says, okay, well, can I see some of the hospital documentation of this? And she said, no, they didn't give me any because the pregnancy was too early. That's not how that works. You don't just not get documents from the hospital because of how early your pregnancy was. Matt straight up tells her that he does not believe that she was ever pregnant and that he needed space from her and he was gonna be staying with my parents for a little bit. And when he gets back to their house that they now share because he moved her in, all of her stuff was completely gone. She had completely blocked him on everything with no explanation, no closure, no breakup conversation, no reason to tell him why she lied about this pregnancy in the first place, deleted all of her posts on social media about having a baby, and just went back to posting bikini photos like nothing happened. It's really unfortunate because my brother was so excited to be a dad and really did start to love this fake baby. So the fact that she did this and then just got up and left with absolutely no closure explanation. Horrible. I told my brother that I think he should confront her, but let me know what you think.